I've got some fabulous beets in the garden right now, and I thought it would be really fun to show you how to make a special roasted beef, roasted beets and red wine sauce. When the plants are little, you can use the leaves as salad greens. A roast has such a wonderful air of occasion about it. I'm going to take my Scotch fillet. If you didn't want to tie it yourself, get the butcher to tie it. And a really simple marinade here. I'm going to use mustard, just some Dijon mustard and balsamic vinegar. I'm going to brown the meat. I love to use butter for this because it's so sweet and it makes it go a really fantastic caramel. I'm going to sear the outside of the meat and give it lots of flavour, but it's going to create a whole lot of pan browning, so it's going to make the most delicious sauce. One of the nicest ways to start a sauce is with a shallot. If you didn't have a shallot, you could actually use a red onion or even a white onion. I don't want to brown them so they get all toasty and caramelised. I want to get them softened, and we call that sweating. Give it a good stir in the pan, because what you're doing here is you're picking up all those pan brownings that have got all the flavour from the meat in them. I put a wee bit of fruit jelly in here. I like to use a fresh beef stock. This sauce is going to simmer for about 40 minutes, so you need to get it on before you put the meat in the oven. I've peeled those lovely little beets that we picked in the garden, and I'm just going to roast them around the beef with some red onions, which are both really sweet vegetables. You can accentuate that and make them even more caramelly in flavour with a little bit of something like maple syrup and just a wee drizzle of olive oil. And I've got these lovely roast vegetables here. Pumpkin, potatoes, and just whole chunks of garlic with the skin on. And they're going to take about the same amount of time as the meat. So a big piece of meat like that is about 40 minutes. Veggies cook for another 10 minutes. This has to rest for 10 minutes before you carve it. Our sauce is looking fantastic. Just to finish it, about a teaspoon of vinegar, a little knob of butter. Really important, taste it. We didn't season it very much, so I want to check that balance now. A special dinner for a special occasion.
Thank you, it's wonderful.
Good. And a delicious Merlot Cabernet that's going to go perfectly with roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. You'll find the recipe for perfect roast beef with red wine sauce on page 167 of Eat Fresh.